Hey guys, Mark the Guitar Guy here. Get a lot of requests for some modern songs. So this one's called Happy from Pharrell. And it's just the way I'd play it on acoustic guitar to make it a bit more interesting. Notice I have a capo on the very first fret. You don't need a capo to do it. Cool, so how do we do this? By the way, Mark the Guitar Guy here, it's good to see you. Hope you're enjoying the channel with all these new songs that we're learning. This particular song, I do have a capo on the first position. However, let's learn it without the capo because not everybody out there has a capo and it still sounds super cool without the capo. So let's have a go at that now. And just to readjust you, I'll play a little bit so you can hear it in your head. And happy. And you hear those chords. So what I'll do is we'll go through the left hand and then the right hand, okay? So we'll break it down to the two parts. The chords are pretty simple. There's a couple of jazz, what I call jazz chords in there, major sevenths and minor sevenths, but I'll show you how that works. So we're starting in the key of E. Nice easy chord. Now for the next part, for this part that goes, there's a whole bunch of different ways we can play that. We can play it in power chords as I've just done. What I'll do is I'll show you both ways. So we'll start with basic chords. So it does an E and there's a bit of a gap and we'll show you the right hand strumming pattern for how we do that. Then we've got a E, G, A, B, 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 A, G. I'll go back over that slowly. E, G, A, that's the first part to learn. These are all basic chords. E, G, A. And we've got two upstrokes on a B. B, B, actually three. B, 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 A, G. Quite busy that bit. That bit's quite tricky to do, but there's ways we can get around that if you're struggling with the B chord because that particular bar chord of B is quite tricky to do. But the way I'm doing that is first finger is going to be on the second fret. I use my little finger. Some people use 3 fingers in a row. Some people use their third finger to flatten out those next 3 notes. But those other 3 notes are basically 4th fret, 4th fret, 4th fret. Okay, so from the A string, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 4th fret, 4th fret, and the bottom string, just nothing at this stage. We're just aiming for those 4 middle strings. Now, if that's a struggle, the way to get around that is just to play a power chord, which is either your first finger and your little finger, or first finger, third finger, doing the 2nd fret and the 4th fret, which is the 2 notes, 2 main notes. Gives you 2 strings, it's enough to make a chord. If you want, you can even add the next note after that. So the way I'm doing that is first finger, third finger, 4th finger. And the frets are just 2nd fret, 4th fret, 4th fret, okay? So you can just do a smaller version of that same chord. That's the way I'd get around it. The other way to do this is to do power chords. So you start with a normal E chord, and then we can do power chords, E, G. Now power chords are just 2 notes pretty much, or 3 notes, which is the E note, 0, 2, 2, G is 3, 5, 5, A is 5, 7, 7, and B is 7, 8, 7, 9, 9. And then we work our way back. So we go E. If I just do the main notes, I won't give you the 5s every time, so E5, G5. I'll just go basic chords. E, G, A, B, 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 A, G. So it's quite busy, but it sounds like... Okay, and that might be a little bit easier for you. Or you could use all the different frets. E, G, A. And you can find those power chords pretty simple. It's just that same combination, okay? So going over that little part again, so E, E, G, A, B, E, E. And at the end here, you'll notice I just played the G note, and to make it more interesting on a guitar. Have a look for that G at the end. B, 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 A. That's the way I'd play that. Just a bit more interesting and it's a bit more guitar focused, I suppose, not so bland. So that's that part. So the right hand that's happening for that, we'll do that and then we'll do the chorus in a minute. So we've got the E. We do an E chord, Then I put my fingers over the strings so I can get some rhythm happening, and my right hand's just going to be strumming. And what I'm doing there is I'm doing a bass strum, so I'm hitting the top strings. Still my fingers on the left hand are just muting the strings, and then I'm just hitting the bottom part of the guitar to give a backbeat, but I'm making that strong. So it's going to go doo da doo da doo da doo da. So it's like a down up down up down down down. It's like a little drum beat happening there. Doo da doo da. What I'm doing there, down 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 down, up up down down down, and you'll see my downs are going from top to bottom. Down 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 down, up up down down down. And you can hear the change of the groove. You've got like a lower sound and a higher sound. It's very subtle, but the backbeat's really important. Can you hear that sort of drum boot groove that's happening there? And then we just played through the chords, which are down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. And you might need to write that down so you get that hooked up correctly, like with D's and U's. So it goes and it lines up with the chords. E, G, A, B, 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 A, G. Okay? Quite busy, but slow that down and you'll get it much better. Down, 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 miss, up, down, down. And I might throw a few extra ups and downs, but because I'm by myself with the guitar, it needs to fill out a little bit more. If I had a band playing, I could play it exactly the same way as Pharrell's doing in that awesomely produced song. But I'm just one guitar player by myself playing in probably an empty room to nobody. But so I'll just be doing it by myself, and I've got to make that somehow sound interesting to me, so I've got to throw a little bit more in there. So don't go and complain down the bottom saying, oh, you did too many upstrokes of the blah, blah, blah. I'm not really worried about that too much. So it's just for you to make it. If you don't like it, you do it your way. How's that sound, hey? How's that sound? Put your own channel on, do that. So how do we do the next part? So that's pretty much how we do the first part, which is what we'll call it the verse. The next thing is the chords for the actual chorus, which is the happy part of it. So the chords are, I'm going to give you two versions of it. Actually, I'll start with the basic version of it. It's a C major 7th, which is a nice simple chord, which is a very, very simple chord. If we just do a 3-fingered C chord and lift our first finger off, we've got a C major 7th. And then we go to a B minor, which is, or if you're a bit more flashy, you can do a B minor 7th, where you lift your little finger off, and it gives you that nice 7th sound. That happens for pretty much 2 bars, and then to an E chord, which I've already done. So, happy little da 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 da, or the flashy version. And in the second part of the B minor 7th, if you can do a B minor 7th, add your little finger to the 5th fret on the bottom string. Gives you that note, which is makes it sound a bit more interesting for the second part of that B minor, and then to the E. Okay? So very basic version, C major 7, B minor, E, repeats. Bit more flashy, C major 7th, B minor 7th, tricky little flashy little finger, E. Or, even nicer again, is the same thing, instead of C major 7th in the first position, 3rd fret, C major 7th. The notes for that, it's a bar on the 3rd fret, starting from the 5th string, and the notes for that are 3, 5, 4, 5, 3. Okay? Top string, nothing's happening. I'm sort of muting that. So it's going from a C major 7th to a B minor, okay? So it's another variation. Either one of those are cool. The audience is not going to walk out the door because you didn't play exactly the right chord. You can find they're very similar sounding, but I enjoy the one with the full bar chord. So I'm going to show you using that version. Now, the strumming side of things, so that's the left-hand side of it. Pretty simple, just repeats. Right-hand side of it. The right hand goes, it's got a cool funky rhythm, and this is the rhythm I'm going to be doing. Down, 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 up, up, down, down, up. Okay? Down, 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 up, down, down, up. Pretty much is that. I try and change it all the time so it's interesting all the time. But if that's your foundation, you'll be fine. You might find when I play it again to you, it's not exactly the same as that. But down, 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 up, down. You might play down, 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 up, down, down, up. Is a more full pattern. but just to put accents in there will make it cooler. One more time, let's do the full version with every single possible strum you could do in there, and you can just mix that up and match that how you like it. Down, 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 up, 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 down, down, up. And let's put that with a chord now. So there's the first two chords, you can see it's over that progression, and the change for that chord is on the first upstroke. Down, 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 up. So that's where my change is to the B minor 7th, or the B minor, depending on which version you're doing. Okay, next bar, exactly the same chord again, but you can add your little finger if you want to be flashy. Which is just a B minor 7th or B minor to an E. So I'll show you with the basic chord version. So C major 7th to an B minor. Next one's just going to be a B minor to E. Okay, if I play that together without stopping. Okay, well, let's do it from the flashier chords. And it repeats back to there again. So you can hear that song coming through quite strong. If you're already quite an advanced guitar player, there's a few things you can add to that, and it's in the right hand. It's in the right hand. We look a little bit more, it's a lot more percussive stuff. If you've never done that before, don't worry about it too much, but as you play a lot of acoustic guitar, you can get a lot of rhythm out of it. You can get a lot of percussive drum groove stuff happening while you're strumming. Something I've noticed from playing years of doing solo gigs. So let's show you now how to do the more percussive side of things. This is quite advanced. I'll play it to you and then I'll explain a little bit of what I'm doing with the right hand. Okay, quite busy, what's happening there. A lot more funky and danceable when I'm doing that. What I'm doing is a backbeat. And what I'm doing is every down strum, where they can hear that beat there, is wherever they are, I'm letting my hand, my right hand palm, come down onto the strings. At the same time, I'm coming down quite aggressively onto the strings. Don't worry, they won't break. And it's stopping the strings from ringing at the same time. I'm exaggerating a little bit there, but just to show you how that works. And I find as soon as you do that, people just start nodding and wanting to dance, and it feels really confident. It's a real cool thing to do. That's pretty advanced, so don't worry if you can't do that, because it still sounds cool. By yourself, that's fine, or with a band, that's fine. If you're by yourself playing in a live situation, you want them to dance, having that is nice. It's nice to have that. So there you go, there's Happy. Very funky song, very happy song, quite a simple song. And when you want to play along with the album, just chuck the capo on the first position and it'll sound exactly like it. Remembering if you're on the first position, everything comes up one fret. So there's your C, etc. I'm sure you'll be fine with that. Hope you really enjoyed that. Please let me know if you would like that lesson, or is anything else you'd like to know about, maybe that song or some techniques I'm doing. Go and check it out, and anything else that I've got out there on YouTube world. Make sure you subscribe, and I'd love to hear from you. And it's good to see you guys again. Catch you later.